Reflection for Sunday, September 1, 22nd Sunday in Ordinary Time. Luke chapter 14, verses 1, 7 to 14. A man was aspiring to be the leader of his group. So he said to himself, "I will talk a lot and flaunt my intelligence so that they would notice me." So he did. He was always talking and very opinionated, with the end in mind that he would be noticed by his peers and be anointed as their leader. When election day came, he was not elected to lead the group. Instead, the one that was chosen was the quiet and humble member. What is the advantage of a humble person over an egotistical person? The crowd always favors the humble person. The humble will never aspire to be in front. He would be content to be at the sidelines, doing his assigned task. If somebody would notice what he does, he would appreciate it without gloating about it. If he would be assigned a position of prominence, he would not immediately accept it. He would instead first think carefully about it. The humble person is not boastful, not egotistical, and doesn't seek prominence. In the Gospel for this Sunday, Jesus talks about humility. Jesus tells us that if we are invited into a wedding banquet, or any banquet for that matter, we should choose to sit at the back and not in the place of honor. Not because we feel inferior or we have an inferiority complex. We sit at the back for this is the right action to do. Afterwards, if the host would call our attention to be seated elsewhere, then we should follow. What if, for example, a person doesn't have humility? Could he be converted to imbibe the virtue of humility? Yes, absolutely. He could be converted provided that he would be ready to follow the leadings of Jesus in his life. Why? Because in each and every day of our life, Jesus is always inviting us to leave behind our character of arrogance and hunger for prominence. For the simple reason that this would only bring us trouble and problem, and it would certainly keep us away from the love and mercy of God. Because Jesus always wants us to be humble, and the virtue of humility, if this is present in a person's life, could become his walkway towards Jesus. Strive to be humble and ask Jesus to make you humble, for nothing is impossible for the Lord.